Hello, my fellow 21-year-olds, my previously 21-year-olds, my soon-to-be 21-year-olds. Hello, I missed you. How are you? I hope you're well. Last week, I turned 21. It's been about a week. You can tell by the state of those roses in the background that my boyfriend gave me as part of my birthday celebration. And now that my birthday is over, I'm in the holiday spirit, drinking holiday spirits. That was stupid. Why did I say that? 21 is a big birthday, obviously, at least in America. I can now legally do more things. I know absolutely nothing, but I thought it would still be fun nonetheless to take a little bit of time to chat today about 21 things that I think every 21-year-old should seriously know. In fact, the earlier you know these things, the better off you will be down the road. So let's just get started. First off, by the time you're 21, you should know how to cook. You don't have to be a chef or anything, right? But you need to know how to do the basics. I'm talking cook chicken, rice, veggies, pasta. I hope you know how to make pasta. I can't spend this whole video talking about food, so I will just link more things in the description. Still food related, number 2, you need to know how to use spices, at least the basic spices. Spices can be really overwhelming. My cooking skills in 2020 skyrocketed. I'm by no means a chef, but I now can actually make my way around a kitchen. If you're just starting up, my personal favorite go-to most used spices right now are salt and pepper, of course, crushed red pepper flakes. They add just a little bit of warmth, a little bit of spice to whatever you're making. Italian seasoning, I cook with pasta a lot, and garlic powder and onion powder. Those are 5, 6 great fundamental spices to get you started that honestly you can put in almost anything, in my opinion, without screwing it up. From there you can start to branch out more. But you're 21 now, you're not eating all this bland food. Number 3, by 21 you should be able to balance what you eat, you know. I feel like you should have a sense of how many carbohydrates, fats, and proteins you should be eating in every meal, in every day, what a good ratio for you is. I've always kind of been a fan of the 25% of my calories from fats, 50% from carbs, 25% from proteins model, but that can fluctuate a little bit depending on what my personal fitness goals or whatever in that moment in time, but that is personally what I like. By 21, you absolutely need to know about money. You need to know how to make money, how to save money, and how to invest money. By 21, you've worked a job, or at least I really hope you have worked a job. You should have an idea of how to budget, of where you're spending your money, and have some financial goals for yourself, whether it's having a certain amount of money in your savings account, opening up a high yield savings account, or something along those lines. And lastly, investing money is so important. The best piece of advice I can give to anybody, and I'm sure that you've heard this all over YouTube, all over TikTok, or whatever, but seriously, you need to do this. If you haven't, the younger the better, is to open up a Roth IRA account. Compound interest has a lot of power. A Roth IRA is a retirement account where you put post-tax money. So the benefit of a Roth IRA is that when you take all of this money out at retirement, it is not taxable because in theory it's already been taxed. This results in huge savings because if you invest your money in a Roth IRA now, it can just absolutely boom in the future. And yes, inflation, all that stuff, but it's absolutely better than nothing. It is the easiest way to retire a millionaire. Every 21-year-old should be able to get on the phone and make their own doctor's appointments, or just be able to talk to somebody on the phone. I know talking on the phone honestly gives me a lot of anxiety. That's just how we kind of grew up, but you need to do it. You need to get over it. Every 21-year-old should know how to navigate their computer. Whether you're Mac or PC, you should know what at least most of the buttons in your system do. You should know a little bit about coding. You should know how file systems on your computer work. Be the tech genius your parents think you are. Every 21-year-old should know how to parallel park. At one point, I knew how to parallel park. I can still kind of parallel park, but it's very embarrassing because it takes me a long time and a lot of tries. But I can technically do it, but admittedly, I should be able to do it better. Number 8, every 21-year-old should obviously know how to prevent a hangover. For me, my strategy is just to chug as much water as I can, like at least 3 or 4 of my normal size water bottles, just drinking and drinking and drinking water. Having like Advil on hand, Pepto-Bismol on hand, Pedialyte. Pedialyte is an absolute savior. You're young, you shouldn't be hungover yet. Every 21-year-old should know how to go to the gym. Obviously, we're in the middle of a pandemic. You should feel absolutely no pressure to actually go to a gym right now, but when this eventually ends and these things open up safely, you should feel comfortable navigating it. I know the gym is a soft spot, is a point of anxiety for a lot of people. I understand that. You don't even have to ask anyone at the gym if you feel uncomfortable doing that. You can research what certain equipment does at home and then go into the gym and be more confident. You're 21, you don't have to be afraid of the gym anymore. Every 21-year-old should know how to send emails. I'm talking like professionally. Similar to phone calls, I don't know if it's just me and like my like social anxiety, or if this is like a Gen Z / like cusper generation thing where like sending emails are like a big point of anxiety. Learn how to send emails. Learn how to send emails without an exclamation point. Learn how to send emails professionally. Every 21-year-old should know how to do this. We're about to be real people. Every 21-year-old should know how to clean. Spoiler alert, you have to clean like everything. I found out the other day that you have to clean your walls. Like anything that exists around you should be cleaned. Your sink, clean it. Your oven, clean it. Your fridge, definitely clean it. Your trash can, clean it. Your laundry basket, deep clean it. Everything needs to be cleaned, including yourself. Take care of your hygiene. You're 21. You should know how to dress for different occasions. You're at the point where you should know what business means, what business casual means, what semi-formal means. You should have go-to outfits for each. If you don't, buy a pair of dress pants, a nice blouse, or a jacket, or something like that. Something that you can feel professional in. Dressing for the cold, knowing how to layer. These are all things that are so important. And again, less important right now because we're in a pandemic and we're not going anywhere, but still important to know. I am so bad at this next one, but I do think that every 21-year-old should know how to wake up early. I get it. I run on a college schedule. At school, it is so hard for me to wake up before 9 a.m. I have this awful habit of hitting my snooze like for like an hour, like every 9 minutes. Bzzz. That's not the sound my alarm makes. I'm not talking no 4 a.m. or anything like that, but if you have to get up at 7 or 8, you should absolutely be able to get yourself up at 7 or 8. No excuses. And again, I'm such a hypocritical person for saying that because I'm so bad at it, but no excuses. Now we're gonna start to transition just a little bit into things that are just a little bit more real. Every 21-year-old should know how to be alone. For some people this is easier than others. Some people are more introverted than others. But the older you get, the more you realize that you need to be okay with just yourself. You know, at the end of the day, you're the person that you can always rely on. And especially as you get older, everyone gets so busy and everyone gets so caught up in their own lives that there will be times that you're alone. Once again, especially during a global pandemic. And I truly believe that every 21-year-old needs to be able to come to terms with that, and if they can, try to thrive off of that time and really get to know yourself. But at the same time, I believe that every 21-year-old should be okay with falling in love. I'm saying this as somebody who had major commitment issues all through like high school and my teenage years and everything, like terrible at it. I couldn't commit to anything or anyone. Ask my friends, ask anyone who knows me, I am the most indecisive person that I know. I am with my current boyfriend, who I've been dating for more than 2 years now, and I love so much because he decided that we were boyfriend and girlfriend. I thought we were just like hanging out, talking, doing the whole thing that people in my generation do, and then he told me that he told his parents he had a girlfriend, and I was like, okay, I guess. And that was one of the best things that has ever happened to me. Every 21-year-old should understand that your physical and mental health go hand in hand, and they are the most important things. Like I was saying earlier, your best friend for life is yourself. You need to treat her or him or they or whatever right. You need to treat yourself right. I just made a video on mental health. It kind of flopped a lot, but whatever, a few weeks ago. Check that out if you're into it. This is the hill I will die on, but I truly believe that every 21-year-old needs to know their value. Every person needs to know their value. You need to be able to stand up for yourself and demand what you deserve. Whether that's love, money, recognition, respect, whatever, you need to understand that you are so valuable and you deserve to be treated with respect and to be treated well. And if you're not, you need to find somewhere else where you will get that respect that you deserve. As uncomfortable as it might be to have conversations, to have negotiations, like anything like that, you need to understand your worth. No matter what your age is, you need to understand your worth and how valuable you are. Lies aren't worth it. I don't care if it's a white lie. I don't care if it's to protect someone's feelings. I have learned to value honesty more than anything else. Every 21-year-old should fake it till you make it. Girl, no one knows what they're doing. Ever. Everyone's just faking it. Everyone is just playing a role. So can you. You're just as good as them. You are. If you want something, manifest it, fake it till you make it, whatever. Just go get it. There's nothing stopping you. We're all just a dense collection of particles floating on a rock in space. Do whatever you want. Going off that, 21 is the best time to stop caring about what people think of you. Because here's the tea. They probably don't think about you. We're all in our own heads all the time because to us, rightly so, we're the most important people in our own lives. We're all the main character to ourselves. And it's so easy to forget that even if we are the main character in our lives, in, I don't know, other people's lives, unlikely, or whatever, I don't care how cool you are, you're a background actor, a supporting character in the majority of people's lives. You can do whatever you want. People's opinions don't matter. As long as you're following your own heart, your own morals, your own goals. You do you. And lastly, another really important one that I think it's very important to understand is you don't owe anyone anything. You don't. Not even your parents. I know you love your parents. I love my parents. But you don't owe anybody anything. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't give. That's kind of a big thing to understand. And again, it's kind of an uncomfortable thing to understand, especially when you're thinking about people who have given you so much. And it's a complicated thing to think about, especially with different relationship dynamics, but you don't. But just because you don't, doesn't mean you shouldn't give to people. That doesn't mean you shouldn't give respect or give your time or give gifts or like whatever. I'll say it one more time. You don't owe anyone anything. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't give. And that's kind of the spirit of the holiday season. Low-key. Christmas tree. Oh! I just want to take a quick moment to acknowledge our honorable mentions. How to speed read. Time isn't real. Numbers aren't real. How to travel. I didn't include that one because I've never traveled. I suck. Sorry, a pandemic hit. And how to create goals. Those are all valid ones that just didn't quite make the cut. Cheers! Thank you for watching this video. Happy birthday, because I know it's your birthday, because according to my Instagram, it's just been everybody's birthday for the past month and a half. People really get spicy in February and March, I guess. I'm gonna go eat mac and cheese. That's it. Anyway, to everyone who's watching, I love you. Thank you for sticking with me for the past few years and being with me as I grow up. I think it's super cool. Happy holidays, and I will see you in 2021. Bye. Should I put a burp compilation in here?